Melody. Welcome to my channel. This channel is going to be dedicated to things that I love, thrifting, fitness journey, and just, you know, everyday lifestyle, being a mom, being potato. If you want to join me, hit that subscribe button below. 5 reasons not to quit your job. Don't do it. 5 reasons not to quit your job. I know a lot of you are saying you probably want to quit your job right now. Most of the majority of everybody is stuck into a cycle where they just wake up every morning dreading going to work, doing the same thing every day. If you love doing this, then this video is not for you. Reason number 1, don't quit your job if you love working for somebody who has complete control over you. Now, I know everybody's job might not be as stressful as mine was. I'm not really gonna say what I did do, but I'm just gonna say that it ate every moment of my waking life. I was miserable. I woke up every morning and just dreaded the day because I knew exactly what I was gonna do and what I was gonna get to and do every day. And the job I worked at, it was like really tedious, really stressful. It took a lot on the body. So not having any say on basically what goes down every day, especially if we were the people that were doing it every day and none of our management ever did per se what we were doing, and us giving them input and them not being able to because of a budget, you know, the corporate world. Don't quit your job if you love having somebody to tell you what to do 24/7 of every day. So just a little backstory after reason number 1. I just quit my job probably a month ago, and now I am reselling clothes on Depop and Poshmark. I'll hit insert my handles here, also my IG. So basically just been doing that. It's always been a passion of mine. Ever since I was little, I can remember going to thrift stores and yard sales with my mom and just hating it. I literally hated it, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, jumping in her car and just going to see what she wanted. I thought since I was young and, you know, I wanted to fit in, that all these thrifted clothes were not in style and everybody would know I got them at the thrift store, yard sale, so I always had to get my mom to get me new things. But now that I'm older, I really love the cycle of people donating their clothes and us being able to give it new life. Like this shirt, for instance, I'm gonna put a little plug in. This is a shirt I made. I tie-dyed it. It was just a basic white shirt. I think it had a stain at the bottom, and I tie-dyed it with my daughter. We had a lot of fun, and then I just put this embroidery on it. It's just like a whole new shirt. Like if you could see it, it's like a little crop top, my llama pajamas. But I just really love it, just being able to give this plain white t-shirt with a stain that was probably gonna go in the trash like a brand new life. I get so excited when I get to say stuff like that. Now I'm just reselling clothes. I've always been a DIYer. When I was little, I would have a little fashion magazine. It was called Melody Zine. Oh yeah, if you don't know me, my name is Melody. Hey. It's Melody Zine, and I would just like design fashion outfits, and I'm not at that point yet. I'm not no Chanel or anything.
Huh?
I like distress jeans. I paint jeans, make shirts. I'm also planning on making these really cool tube tops and just like reworking items. It's just so fun, and that's what I really love. So I do Depop. I sell my vintage clothes there. I'm actually looking around me. I'm not going to show you because it's a mess. There's all my closet. I kind of took over my boyfriend's dad's fishing room, and kind of hates me, but that's besides the point. It's just so fun. It just makes me so happy to be able to wake up and do something that I love to do. Reason number 2 not to quit your job. Don't quit your job if you love doing the same thing over and over every day with the same expectations. If you love routine, if you don't love change, do not quit your job. Do quit your job if you love being able to put your individual expression into everything that you do. If you don't know what's going to be coming up in the day, where you get to pick and choose what you're going to be doing each day, how much you're going to do of it, where you're going to do it at, when you want to take a break. Seriously, it's been awesome. I just kind of started off, have been doing this reselling clothes since August. It's now November, so it hasn't been too long, but it's just something I really love to do. I've gotten the opportunity to see some of the clothes I've made or resold on people that bought the clothes. I have always been about, you know, giving something a new life. I think it's really important to express gratitude in every situation in our lives, because otherwise we might forget how much that we actually have compared to other people. So thrifted clothes is just another way to do that. It's just another way to show the world and our environment, you know, that we care, that we're here. I think that clothes, I mean, They're not like animals, but I believe that clothes can find their forever homes too. And that's what I like to say. It's when I sell a piece of clothes and I see it on somebody else that they found a forever home. Reason number 3, to not quit your job. Don't quit your job if you love being under the corporate ladder. Don't quit your job if you are very tunnel-minded. Having a set and rules and regulations that apply to every individual no matter their circumstances. For example, at my old job, we were not allowed to have nose piercings. That's just who I see myself as. And when they told me I had to take it off, but get this, you could have a full sleeve of tattoos, but you couldn't have a nose ring. You could have a full sleeve of tattoos, but you couldn't have a nose ring. What? Like what?
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
Never really understood it, but it's just the way it was. Oh, and that's another thing. Whenever you would ask, why are things this way? Is there a way to change things a little bit so they're more adaptable to everyone based on their circumstance? It's just the way it is. It's the way it's always been. It's just the way it's been. It's written in the manual. You knew that when you were hired. You just have to abide by the rules. And I get it, you know? Humans need structure. Workplaces need rules. But a nose ring. I know there's gonna be people down in a comment. Why did you take the job if you knew that you couldn't wear your nose ring? Because I need money, honey. You know, gotta get that dollar. But after a while of just being in the same rut every day, of snoozing my alarm clock 10 times, debating on whether I would call out of work every day, getting to work and absolutely being depressed, I don't get how anybody could do it longer than I have. I've been through so many jobs, and this last one, it was it. I like this little expression. I like this little expression that I found. It says, I'm too creative for a 9 to 5. I'm too creative for a 9 to 5. And you know, that just made me smile because I've just always been, you know, lacking creativity where I was. One of my jobs, I couldn't wear a silver headband. It had to be white or black, and I wore silver one day, and all hell broke loose, literally. I like to be able to express myself, who I am, and when I'm creative, when I'm using my hands, when I'm putting my individual touches on everything, literally pure bliss. That's what I felt. Reason number 4, not to quit your job. Do not quit your job if you want to have a 100% set income each pay period. If you want to know exactly how much money you're getting, if you want to know the numbers, be able to tax them, you know, be able to figure out what your expenses and your budget is, don't quit your job if that's what you want. Quit your job if you have the courage, if you have the ability to believe in yourself, to know that your hustle, that your work ethic, that your mindset is to build your business. Your mindset is to make money. Your mindset is knowing that you're your own boss, so you have to motivate yourself each day to do what you need to do to make money. It was scary when I quit my job. I'm not gonna lie to you, 100% scary. I didn't want to do that because I said, this is stability. I know how much money I'm gonna get. I can be able to base my life based on these numbers that I get every 2 weeks. But, you know, even though I don't know how much I'm gonna be making, I have good weeks or bad weeks, stuff like that, I am so much happier. I can literally wake up each day and smile because I know I'm doing what I love. Now let me give you some statistics from Melody with a PHME. Most people start working from when they are 15, 18, somewhere around those times, give or take. So when you start working, and you start working at a job that you don't love to do, and then you continue maybe going to college, and then get another job that you don't want to do, and you work that job that you don't want to do till you retire. When you're about 65, 70, most people retire around those times. And then you get the time when you're 70 to, Lord willing, you live to past 80 to do what you love to do. Now that whole time period when you are young and you're able and you have the energy and motivation to do things, you spent doing something you hated. Think about that for 20, 30, 40, 50 even years. You've been doing something that you hated doing every day. You've been stuck in a routine. You've been compromising the satisfaction of your life for money. And I admit money is important. We need money to pay the bills. We need money to do things. Money is unfortunately essential in everyday life. But at the cost of your mental sanity, of your health and happiness, I don't think it's worth it. So I took the risk. I left. I said, I'm done. I am 26 years old. Hey, I'm 26 years old and I wasn't happy. From the time I was 16 to the time I was 26, 10 years. I've been living in this closed-minded box of waking up, going to work, doing it, going to sleep, doing it over again. And I'm, some gym time in there and some other stuff that I like to do. But for a majority of my life, I was living in misery, doing something I don't love to do. And, I said, I've had it. I'm done. This is it. Peace. Later. And I didn't have any bad, end resolution with my job. They loved me. They said I was a great employee. They wished me the best. But there I was. No stable income. And I was excited, but I was very nervous. But since then, I've been getting up, I've been doing my thing, and I've just been loving life. I have control of what I'm doing every day. I have control of how much money I can make. I have control of my business, basically, and it's just been amazing. Number 5, do not quit your job. If you love what you do, honestly. Don't quit your job if you love what you do, because that's what I'm doing. If you love what you're doing, more power to you. If you love that 9-to-5 routine, if you love, being a boss, or you love being a server or a bank teller or anything, if you love what you're doing, keep doing it. This video is for people that are in that routine of being miserable wherever they are. I understand you 100%. I've been there. I thought that's what I needed. I thought I just needed to keep going and keep grinding, maybe eventually I'll be okay with it, or the drama will end, or I'll be okay with doing what I'm doing, or I'll get promoted to a position that I love to do. But in the end, is it really what you wanted to do? I want you to think right now. Think right now what you did when you were a little kid, what you were passionate about, what everybody always told you that you did too much, or that why did you do that so much? Like for me, I told you I would make magazines. I was in a band when I was 12 years old. It was called Double Times 2. Shout out. Double Times 2 band members if you're out there watching this. But I was designing clothes. I wanted to be an interior designer. I wanted to be a fashion designer. I wanted just to make my own music. I wanted to be famous, all that stuff. And I never really thought about how much of impact that's going to have on me today. Doing what I love to do, reselling clothes, giving it new life, creating, distressing,